Hey guys, what's up? It's me, my 6 viewers. Okay, so you know what, there's so many different, beliefs about this Jesus character. So in the Hebrew Bible, people are calling him Yahushua, and then there's Yahushi, and there's another Wah, that's just a W, Wah something, can't really remember what it was, but it was this native elder that spoke about that what everybody talks about Jesus was actually a native man that was trying to spread love and truth and everything like that. And he was speaking about how the Scottish people and Irish people were and the Hebrew black people were made as slaves, taken on the boats and brought over here, and to fight the native peoples that lived here in North America here. And see, I find that very interesting. But the thing is everybody wants to fight about what's the absolute truth. Now, there's only one thing that stands out to me as being the absolute truth. And the absolute truth is absolute love. Meaning, that we should strive to become love. That's who we originally are. People try to say that, you're born a sinner. But, when a baby's born, there's complete innocence to it. And that's the natural state until the little brain sponges up all the information that's around it, which we're all brainwashed to be in fear, and so then we teach that to our young, and then they start acting out by 1, 2, 3. And when they're born, they're innocent. You can see it. That's why people enjoy babies. You can see it in their eyes, that light that shines. There's the essence of the Creator right there, and you see over time that starts to diminish because of we're fed bull. We're fed all this fear propaganda stuff and all this crap, and not only just fear propaganda, but we end up doing stuff to each other in anger and hate and fear. Man, have you ever been nice to someone who continues to treat you like crap? I've done it. And, to a point, it gets sickening, right? Because then you want to get mad at them. You want to lash back out at them and be like, I've been nice to you for so long. And I don't think there's anything really wrong with that. It's eventually you got to say something. You got to stand up for yourself, right? If someone for weeks on end are just treating you like crap and you're being nice to them and you're not treating them like crap. My son wants his tooth care. And then, do you get what I'm saying? So, I keep saying this, it's so, I've just told this to many people or in videos and stuff, it's so easy to just be hateful, to just act like a jerk. It's just much easier to do that. But why aren't we really trying to go past that? Do people think that's weakness? Do you think it's weak to be nice? I hear two people say, oh, well, nice people get taken advantage of, and this and that, and this and that. But if you're not attached to stuff, attached to everything, then it's that much easier just to give away. Right? Now, again, people use, all throughout history, we've seen that, people will try to use nice people, good people, as scapegoats for their own mischievous lifestyles, because they don't want to face themselves. They don't want to admit and take responsibility for the bad things that they do. So they've directed all their crap onto scapegoats throughout history. It'd be one person doing it to another person, or it'd be a group of people doing it to a group of other people. And that's why you see wars and this and that, and that's why you see certain people singled out and certain people slaughtered and stuff like that. because they were used as scapegoats for these evil people that were doing that were actually doing the wicked things, and they're just pointing fingers on a group of people. We gotta learn from our history, man. It's like, don't you see that the same things are repeating itself? And it's like, we have to stop the repetition of evil. Like, we need to go the other direction. And we need people to talk about it. We need people to stand up, and talk about it. We know throughout history, again, too, it's like there are people who that speak out about injustices and this and that, make their voices heard, whether it be on video, to other people, like in groups, mass groups, and we see what happens. It's like, that's why we need more lights to shine. We need more people to be courageous and bold. We need more people to speak up and to walk a path of love. And love is also correction. It isn't just a lovey-dovey, crappy, like, oh, I'm gonna sit here in love all day. It's correction. It's correcting injustices. It's speaking the truth when there's in the midst full of lies and deception. It's telling the truth, and it's standing up for what is right. That's what it is. I mean, like, again, like I've talked about this before. It's like, if you were on a street and you literally saw some guy grab a girl and he's like beating the crap out of her, you're just gonna walk past that. You're just as bad as that person. You have to step in. You'd have to step in and stop. That's wrong. I don't care what kind of reason he has. He's putting his hands on her. Even if she pissed him off, he still, it's wrong. For one thing, the makeup of a male is a lot different than a female. Okay? They're built to be stronger. So it's unequal. It's an unequal situation. Like, it's like him beating on her, he's going to cause hurt and damage because he's stronger than her. Do you understand? So, yeah. Another thing is, like, it's like, when we're together and we're working together, we're strong. When families are working together, we're strong. When mothers and fathers are in a relationship and they're equal in that relationship and they're raising their children, they develop a strong, solid, firm, rooted household. And things can't shake that. But when we're all divided and we're all confused because all the crap they're feeding us through our media and everything like that, and even certain frequencies and this and that, they're trying to disrupt us and cause us to fight. It's like, we're not strong then. It's like, and we can't, like, the enemy wants to weaken and then take over. Do you know what I mean? Like, so we can't allow that to happen. You know what I mean? There are always going to be those that speak up against the injustice and stuff. You can't dampen that. You can't take that away. Because the Most High is not going to allow that to happen. Every time through history, don't you know that the enemy loses? If you want to talk about cycles and repetitions, the enemy always loses, regardless. And the Most High cleans everything up, and then the righteous and the meek inherit the earth. And they have to be connected with Great Spirit, the Most High, Yah. They have to be connected inwards and on a spiritual level. And they can't cower and hide away when they need to speak about stuff that's true. It's like, I've experienced stuff in my own life. Like, since I've started making videos like this and that, my life's gotten really hard. I'm going to be honest about that. And I do believe it's a spiritual and a physical thing. It's like, it's just that dark side trying to, like, stop and put out the light. It's trying to stop and put out someone that wants to stand up again for what's right. And I'm not, why would I stop when I know that greater is he that's in me than him that's of the world? Why would I do that? Like, our spirit is far more than just this physical, material existence. And we're not only fighting for ourselves, We're fighting for future generations. And you have to get on board with that. Everybody has to get on board with that. For our children, for their children, and their children, and their children. You know, people be like, oh, what are you doing? Like, I've had that where it's like, everybody has their part to play when it comes to fighting for the right thing. It might start off with me doing videos for a while, or just when I bump into someone and start talking to them about stuff. I talk to people about this stuff, like people that I've come into contact with, and like friends and family and this and that. And I've posted things, and and as of right now, that would be my role right now. And I could probably move into something even more greater when that happens and it's time. But every little thing matters. Like, you don't understand. It's like people try to say that, but like, oh, well, all you're doing is making videos and talking about it. You're not really doing anything. It's like everything counts, even if 1 or 2 people watch my videos. It's like what Yahushua talked about in the first place. Jesus, or all these different names for Yahushua. But what this man that spoke about love and truth, that was God's child, what he spoke about, what he said, there was this old woman, and in one of his parables is this old woman that just gave a penny. And that was all she had. Or that's all she really could give. And he said that she was much more than those that were giving heaps and heaps of money, because her heart was in it. That's all she could do at the moment with what she was going through and how much money she had and everything. And he saw, as I said, it was just so beautiful because he saw her heart in it. It wasn't, oh, she's not doing enough. It was, she's doing what she can and she still wants to help. And even though it looks small to everybody else, it was a great thing in our Creator's eyes. Because he saw. Do you get what I'm saying? We judge what we think is right, and we judge wrong. We don't judge by our Creator, the Most High. We don't judge by how He judges. The way He sees things is different than the way we see things. And it's far beyond a love that anything that you can understand, that any of us could really get. Right? So we need to think about those things. You understand? We really do. War isn't the answer. You know, I see 2 stories in the Bible. And I honestly say there's one that's true and one that's a lie. There's one that says to beat the plowshares into the ground and no more war. And there's the other one that talks about war and stuff. So we have to really pay attention to what we're really focusing on. I focus on the story of beating the plowshares into the ground, and that we will learn war no longer. No more will these future generations know anything. They won't even know. They won't even know what war ever was. You understand? Not that they won't know it, like we have to be reminded of our history in story form, of course. We have to, so we don't repeat it. But they won't know what it is to ever feel that. That is our goal. Love you guys.